Hi, this video I'm going to show you the two methods that I use when I'm drawing windows in SketchUp. So you notice that I'll be using all these commands that I've been taking you through in my previous videos. Actually, they're the first videos I've made in SketchUp on my channel. So I'm going to leave links in the description box down below. So if you want to watch those videos, go check them out in the description box down below. So let's get started with drawing the first window. So there are two methods that I'm going to show you. Actually, they are the ones that I mostly use in most of my projects in SketchUp. So let's get started. The first things first, go to this default tray, then scroll down, look for this section for tags, then click at this plus button, then put in a tag name, window, then right over here in the next column, click on it, then give it a default line type. All right, so this is what I have. So next I'm going to make it current. To make a layer or tag in SketchUp current, you make sure that this pencil like icon is in line with the tag that you want to use in the workspace. All right, let's proceed. I'll click at this drop down arrow, then select my first option here, rectangle. Then I'll come back to my workspace, then I'll draw a rectangle of dimensions 600 by 800. Hit enter. So the next other method that you can use to draw this rectangle still is by clicking at this drop down arrow, then select the second option, rotated rectangle. Click on it. Then next I'll draw a horizontal line, put in 600, hit enter. Then next I'll stretch out my cursor in the vertical plane like that. You notice that these lines are parallel to the blue axis over here. All right, so you make sure that those lines are in the vertical axis like that. All right, or are in line with the blue axis. So in that case, I'll put in 1800 millimeters. Hit enter. So you notice that we have these two equal rectangles. All right, so to prove that they are all equal, we click at this step measure tool, then click at this point, stretch out your cursor up to this point. You notice that that is 1800 millimeters, and also here it is 600 millimeters. All right, so I'll press the tab key to cancel out that, then click at this point still, stretch out your cursor up to this point. You notice that this is 600 and also this one is 1800. So these two rectangles are equivalent. All right, so I'll click at this arrow key to cancel out the tape measure tool, then I'll select one of the rectangles, then I'll delete it out. All right, so we are going to remain with only this rectangle. So next I'll select it, then right click, then I'll click at this option, make a group. All right, so if you really need to work properly in SketchUp concerning drawing windows, drawing doors, it's better you make each and everything a group. All right, when we are dealing with the second option of drawing a window, I'll show you the reason as to why you need to make a group. All right, so but for this first option, let's proceed with what we have. All right, so I'll double click to get into the group that we have created. So you notice that when you double click on it, this rectangle is enclosed by imaginary lines. All right, indicating that this rectangle over here, it is enclosed in a group. All right, so still I'll select it, then I'll click at this offset tool, then I'll click on it still, then I'll offset it inwards at a distance of 50 millimeters. Hit enter. Then next I'll click at this arrow key, then I'll click at this inner portion of the rectangle, then I'll delete it. Then next still I'll click on it, then click at this push pull tool, then still I'll click at this frame, then I'll put in the thickness of the frame. So I'll give it 150 millimeters. All right, so that's the thickness of a stretcher bond wall here in Uganda. This is what we have created. It is a window frame. All right, so next I'm going to create a panel inside here. Next I'll click at the arrow key to cancel out. Then next still I'll click at this arrow, select this first rectangle tool. Then next I'll click at this point, then stretch out my cursor up to this point. All right, so still I'll click at this arrow key, then come back to my window over here, double click. Then next I'll right click, make it a group also. I'll open up that group, then click on it. The next, still I'll use my offset tool, then I'll click at that edge, drag it inside at a distance of 50, hit enter. The next, I'll click at this arrow key, then click over here, delete this. The next, I'll select this one, click at the orbit tool, then rotate this window that we have just drawn. The next, I'll press escape, click at the push-pull tool, then pull it inwards at a distance of 50 still. The next, I'll click at this arrow key, I'll click at the rectangle tool, then still I'll click at this point, then I'll stretch out my cursor to this point. All right, this other part I'm trying to create a glass glazing. All right, so click at this arrow key, the next click at this point, then right click, make it a group, then still open up this group, click on it, then rotate it around. The next, press escape, click at this push pull tool, then I'll pull it outwards at a distance of 6 millimeters. Hit enter. So click at this arrow key to cancel out like that. So next, I'll still come back to our default tray, then I'll scroll upwards, click at this drop down arrow under materials, then select this option for glass and mirrors. All right, so select this option, then we just need to use this paint bucket tool, then we just give a glass material to this inner part. All right, so click at this arrow key to cancel out. Then next, click on it, then use the move tool and move it right at that point. The next, use the arrow key, cancel out the move tool, then click outside, then also click at this panel, orbit it around. The next, use the tape measure tool, click at that point, then move it inwards at a distance of 7.5. Hit enter. Then next, use the move tool, click at that point, move it up to that point. All right, so click at this orbit tool. You notice that my panel is at a certain distance inside the window frame. All right, so I'll click at this arrow key to cancel out the move tool, then select this guideline and delete it, then just click outside like that. All right, so this is a window that we have created. So the other way you can create a window is by creating it within the wall. All right, so I'll use the rectangle tool still, then I'll draw a rectangle of dimensions 6000 millimeters, press the comma key at the keyboard, then put in 150 millimeters. Hit enter. So this is the wall thickness we have. So use the push pull tool, click over there, stretch it out to a height of 3000 millimeters. All right, use the tape measure tool, then I'll put this guideline at a distance of 1000 millimeters. Then still I'll give it another offset of 600 millimeters. The next, I'll click over here. Then for this one, I'll give it a height of 600. Then for this one, I'll give it a height of 1800, like that. I'll use the rectangle tool, click at that point, then stretch out your cursor up to that point. All right, then use the push pull tool, click over here, then drag it inwards like that. All right, so you notice that I've created an opening within this wall. All right, so let's create another window opening. All right, so still I'll use the guideline right over here. I'll click at that point, then SketchUp will get me a guideline, then I'll offset it at a distance of 1000 millimeters. Then still from it, I'll give it an offset of 600. Then still I'll use the rectangle tool, then over here I'll stretch out my cursor up this point, then use the push pull tool, then create an opening over there. All right, you notice that if I click at this point, then I click at this window over here, then I click at the move tool, then I click at that point, then I transform my window over here. You notice that this window will fit automatically in there. But if I need to move this window from this window opening to this window opening, it will be easier for me to move it. All right, so I'll just need to click at this point, then I'll move it clearly to this other point. Reason being, this window is in a group. All right, but if I click at this arrow key, then I create a rectangle from the rectangle command. Let me just create it independently here. So I'll put in 600, press the comma key at the keyboard, put in 1800 like that. So if I select this rectangle, click at the move command, then when I click at this point, then if I move it to that point, then if I want to move it away from this wall, you notice that as I'm trying to move it away, it will be deforming this wall. All right, so that's the major importance of you first creating a group for any component that you're going to use in SketchUp. If you're trying to draw a window or a door, anything, you need to first put it in a group, so long as you're going to combine it with another element in SketchUp. So if you learn how to work in groups, SketchUp will be easier for you to manage and create amazing designs. All right, so I'll press escape, then I'll remove it from there by pressing Ctrl Z. Then next, I'll click at this arrow key, cancel out that. Then I'll simply delete that rectangle because I no longer need it. Then I'll use the line tool. Then I'll click at this point, stretch out my cursor up to this point. So you notice that rectangle is formed to fill up this opening over here. All right, but you notice that this rectangle over here is independent from the wall. All right, so I can easily double click on this rectangle, then right click, make this one a group. All right, double click to open up that group, select it, then use the offset tool, then click over there and give it an offset of 50. All right, then next click at this push pull tool, then use the orbit tool to orbit it around this other side, then click over there and give it an offset of 150. Then next, use the arrow key to cancel out the push pull tool, double click over here, then right click, make it a group. Then next, I'll double click inside it, select it, use the orbit tool, come back this other side, then use the offset tool, then click on it, offset it inwards at a distance of 50. All right, still click at the push pull tool, then use the orbit tool, orbit it around this other side, then click at that other offsetted outer rectangle, then give it an offset distance of 50. All right, then click at this arrow key, then next double click at this inner rectangle, right click, make it a group, then double click to open up that group, select this inner rectangle, then click at the push pull tool, then click on it, pull it inwards at a distance of 6, hit enter. Then next click at this arrow key to cancel out the push pull tool, click outside, then we shall get back to our default tray. Under materials, we select this material for glass. So click on it, then you notice that our paint bucket tool will be activated. Then just click on this inner rectangle, all right, like that. So you notice that this is also a window that we have created. All right, it's the same as this, but I've created it in two different methods. All right, so still I'll select this glass glazing, then click at the move tool, then click at that point, move it inwards up to that point. All right, so next click at this arrow key to cancel out. Then next use the tape measure tool, click over there, then give it an offset distance of 75, hit enter. Use the move tool, click at that point, then move it up to this point. All right, so you notice that we have created the same window using two different methods. All right, so select that guideline and delete it. Just need to click outside like that, select those guidelines and delete them. All right, so this is it for this video. If you've really found something of helpful and it has added value to you, please don't forget to like, subscribe to the channel, and also share this kind of content to friends and relatives that you feel like they need of this kind of content. Thanks for watching. We'll meet in the next part of the video.